Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Melons Are for Motorboating. The ingredients: 1.5 ounces of tequila, a half ounce of Aperol, 1 ounce of fresh lime juice, 1 ounce of watermelon juice, and a half ounce of agave. So for that watermelon juice, you're gonna cut up or buy pre-cut watermelon chunks. Blend up those chunks until they are liquefied and double strain to make fresh watermelon juice. So you're going to add a scoop of ice to the shaker, add all the ingredients into that shaker, shake vigorously for about 20 seconds, strain the cocktail into a chilled martini glass, garnish with watermelon, and enjoy a Melons Are for Motorboating. Cheers, Kiki.
Cheers. I'm trying to be real careful.
Right.
Y'all see,
You
we
know,
got
the martini glass make you be real.
We were just talking about that. So the drinks, again, this week are from Country Crafts. He came to the studio today and provided us these drinks. He even said that these are the watermelon slices on the side
are infused with tequila. Oh, we're living life, bitch. I feel like this tastes like vacation.
I want to put my sunglasses on.
This tastes like I got a sugar daddy and that nigga's just tricking. He's just like, what you want, baby girl? I'm like, you know what I want? I want a watermelon motorboat drink by Country Crafts.
So obviously the drinks are strong and they are very tasty. Welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
We want to remind y'all to buy your tickets to the live show. It's at City Winery in Atlanta, Georgia on Thursday, May 12th. The doors open at 6:30 and the show starts at 7:30.
If you are listening to the show right now and have not bought your tickets yet you call us your besties in the comments, I want you to stop what you're doing. Go to citywinery.com and get your tickets now.
Yes, please. And if you're coming to the show and you want to ask some advice and maybe you're going to bring the person that you want to ask about, or, you know, you have a cocktail and you're going to be at the show and you would like to share something extra, show us the person or whatever's going on.
You're trying to have a threesome and maybe we can help you at the live show. Send us an email. Send it to cocktails.atl@gmail.com. In that subject line, put live show so that we know you've already purchased your tickets. You will be at the show and we can bring that to the show so we can read it with you there and give you some live action answers.
Yes. And then also make sure that you sign up for Patreon. It's patreon.com/CockTales. We have a couple of different tiers. And if you sign up for the top tier, the ride or die tier at $15 a month, you get a free item after 3 months of being a patron. And also with you being a patron, you will get early access to tickets. So everybody who's already a patron got to buy the tickets a couple of days early.
They got all the good seats. Sorry.
And then as we, you know, if we get any more cities, that offer still stands. So go ahead and sign up for Patreon. You'll be in the loop about things way before everybody else.
If you are still trying to plan your summer travels and you're just like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do, I have the plan for you. Join me June 17th through the 24th in Morocco. I am going to Paradise and Vibe yoga retreat, wellness retreat, hosting it. It's going to be fun. They have amazing gifts set up for you guys, amazing excursions. We're riding camels. We're going to the spice markets. I'm going to meet a prince. You guys, it's going to be amazing. We're doing a glamping activity in Morocco in the Moroccan desert. So if you're interested in joining me on that trip, go to paradiseandvibe.com and sign up today.
Okay. And besides that, I'm trying to think of if I had anything else to catch you up on. Probably not.
Probably. We did a lot of catching up last week.
Yeah, so we'll just skip that. And hopefully we have some more stories. Got to make sure that I don't get too drunk today while we record or at the comedy show later because I still got to pack because I'm going back to Texas tomorrow.
Because you getting on a flight.
I was here for a hot minute.
I did get some new dick, but we'll talk about that maybe on Patreon.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
All right, this week's weird sex. What state is this in? This is Michigan. Okay, so oh shoot, this thing is just. I don't want to talk about Priyanka. Okay, a Michigan driver deliberately struck and killed a retiree. so he could fuck her. Okay. So a Michigan driver deliberately struck and killed a retired woman who was out on her daily walk so he could have sex with her body. The suspect, identified as Colby Martin, 29, of White Pigeon, Michigan, was arraigned on Wednesday in Van Buren District Court on a newly filed murder charge. Some media reports have named the victim, but some people are holding the allegations. We just need to remember Colby Martin's sick ass. Okay, so he was previously charged in September with manslaughter and concealing a body. The driver struck the jogger as she was near the Oak Shores campground on September 20th. He then moved the body to a wooded area where he allegedly committed the sex acts. Martin led investigators to the site the next day. His vehicle, a 2013 Ford F-150, had severe front end damage when investigators first encountered him at a Walmart in some place out in Michigan that I can't pronounce. Okay, the suspect was found to have the woman's cell phone, and he allegedly made attempts to conceal other evidence linked to the crime. Prior to the murder charge, he was freed on a $300,000 bond. Following the new charge, he was returned to custody but denied bond and was being held in the county jail pending further legal action. His lawyer said he didn't believe the new murder charge was justified. We're still waiting for reports and more evidence from the prosecutor's office. From a legal standpoint, I'm not seeing the increase in charges will be justified. That's what his attorney said. But I don't know what kind of attorney this is. Because why would it not be justified? The fuck? That is just crazy. You kill somebody to have sex with a dead body.
That is horrible. And that's why I tell my mama, you don't need to be walking. Like, you already are old. What are you trying to get in shape for?
Her heart health?
Yeah, okay, well, do it on a treadmill. Like, niggas is crazy out here. My mom be coming to Atlanta and she loves the area I live in. She's like, I'm going to go on a walk. No, you're not. You can go up to the gym. You can't walk around here. There's water boys.
Oh, my God. All right, so that's it for Weird Sex. Thank you to everyone who sent me that story, and keep them coming. You can DM them to me at Kiki Said So on Instagram, or you can send them to an email at info@kikisaidso.com.
Kiki.
Yes?
I have a question.
Okay.
Oh, that was good timing. That was a good one. That was a good one.
What is
That's
it?
how them niggas be feeling. They're like, what now? Now you want to talk about my cheating ass? It's like, yeah. Okay, there's a guy who's interested in me, and he is cute. We have a good time together, but to me, he's just a friend. But I would consider him if I didn't think he was gay. And I feel like in the world that we live in now, it's so like touchy with like gayness that you don't want to offend anyone. And so I was wondering, I was like, I'm going to bring this up on the show and I'm going to ask Kiki, are you allowed to ask someone who is acting like they are interested in you, but I think he's gay?
What do you mean he's acting like he's interested in you?
He told me he liked me.
Okay.
And he wants to
So
date
he's
me, but
interested in
I
you.
thought
Why do you think he's gay?
I thought he was gay before he even told me he was interested, because he is very flamboyant, very like we act the same, we move the same. Like, so I was like, is that rude?
So how would you say it?
Well, I don't know, because let me get the question out. Is it rude to be like, hey, I thought you were gay. Are you gay?
I think it depends on how you say it. So like, let's pretend like I'm him, and you think of your nicest way to ask me about my sexuality.
Okay,
I'm flirting with you. We maybe we run into each other at, I don't know, Target.
Okay, start the dialogue off so I know exactly how.
Oh, hey, Medina, I ran into you. Oh, what a surprise! I don't know how this man talks. I don't know what to say.
Well, are you gonna say something flirty to me? Like, say something like
You look really nice today.
Oh my God, I didn't know you like girls.
Yes, that's rude. Like what?
Okay, that's rude?
Yes, Medina, that's rude.
Okay, so then let's
you
do
can
this.
ask him.
So then I should just say, hey, are you gay?
Say, I'll be honest. You've been flirting with me, I think, but I honestly thought you weren't into women. Say it like that.
That's nicer.
Then saying somebody give you a compliment, you say, oh, I thought you were gay.
Now, so let's say I go
Just
your
ask
route
him.
and I say it like that, and he's like, okay, I'm not.
Okay, but is that going to change your mind if he tells you that he's not, or is it stuck in your head? Then if that's the case, there's no point in even asking him.
Well, there's no point in just knowing.
Because if he tells you that he's not gay and you don't believe it because you still feel like he's too effeminate.
Not that I wouldn't believe it. It would just be like, well, I still don't think this is probably work, because like we're both swinging our heads and talking with our hands.
So again, still don't ask him because you still don't think
Okay,
it's gonna
so
work.
just-
I don't think you should try and make an excuse. I think you want to know,
So
and I
just
think you want to
gaslight
ask
him a little bit. If he's
No,
like, why don't you
I'm
like
not saying
me?
any of this.
Because I feel like we're gonna get to a point where
You
he's
have
like,
to stop talking to him. If you know that the man is flirting with you and you're genuinely not interested, whether it's because of his sexuality or the way he swings his head or whatever else, just cut it off. And you can tell him,
but
know,
we're friends. So it
say
would
I'm
come
not
up.
interested.
Okay, I'll just be
Just
like,
say I'm not interested. You don't have to even bring that up.
that sounds real cool and easy. But when someone is like, why?
If he asks you why, then you can tell him, I thought you were gay. And
So basically, there's no nice way to do this.
there is.
It's going to be uncomfortable.
But I think that the only way to ask somebody a question like that is if the answer would make a difference to you. If he told you that and you could believe him without second guessing it, it's worth a shot to ask. But if you've already basically made up your mind and there's just only a small smidge of change, but it's really not going to make a difference in the long run, I think it's pointless to ask.
Well,
and then
the
you
reason
could
why I
not
don't
hurt
think
somebody's
it's pointless
feelings.
because there are some men that just don't want to say they're gay, but you just want to have what do they call it, a beard. And I would rather you just say okay, I am gay, and sometimes I just like flirting with women.
And what you gonna say to that?
I'm like, okay, now that makes sense, bro. Now we can be ourselves. Like, stop. Don't try to fool me.
I
like
think
that
you just
again.
don't want him to stop flirting with you.
I mean, he's cool. I know that if I'm like, we have the conversation, I feel like it's gonna affect our friendship because I know he's gonna say that he's not gay, but I also do think he's gay.
Yeah, so I don't have it, and then
Okay.
you can just avoid all of that headache because that's a lot.
You're right.
I
I hope you don't listen to this.
You always do that. We'll be talking about something. It's like, ooh, I hope he don't listen. I hope he doesn't either, because his feelings will probably be hurt
You
if
ever
he's
had
not
somebody
gay.
start acting funny with you one week? You're like, did you listen to the episode? Like, you don't know
Yeah,
what's
it
wrong.
happens
You're
to
like,
me a lot.
yeah, you're like,
And I have told countless people, like,
it
this
behooves
is
you.
a job, and if you can't handle what I'm saying on here, if I was a big comedian, for example, and I had a Netflix special, you gonna watch the Netflix special and then cry about it, or you gonna
Yeah.
let me get my jokes out?
Especially if you're
Because shit is
adding to my
funny.
content. You did some shit that's gonna make me millions. The fuck? Y'all, I gotta talk about it.
And you know what I do? I have to share my life. That's just a part of it, and that's what comes with being in my life. And then people be like, "Oh, don't talk about me." Well, stop interacting, because
And then also
everything
be
is
like,
free game.
nobody
I'm not
knows-
gonna tell anybody
and
who
they
you
don't know
are.
who you are. Yeah, even if I did, they'll be like, who?
Yeah, exactly. I had a question that I wanted to ask before you talk about this wild thing you did.
It's like wild.
Yeah, the very next thing you did is wild, I thought. So I was having a conversation with some friends. Do you feel like you can ever be too close to your friend's significant other?
Absolutely.
What's too close?
Too close is y'all got, inside jokes that I'm not privy to. We're all sitting here. This my nigga got my hand on his knee, and y'all like, and y'all finishing each other's sentences and shit. Like, yeah, fuck that. No, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Yeah,
Not very
no.
aggressive. I'm not doing that.
No,
I was just asking.
no,
I feel like I done did something wrong.
no.
I'm just curious.
No, yeah, no. You haven't done it, but I know I have been in some very awkward situations where like I'm with people and their significant others and they're really close with someone else at the table, and it just seems to me it seems weird. And I'm all about respect. And if I know that there have been situations where I remember one time I was out with Sade when we were best friends, and she had a friend and I knew her boyfriend, but I knew her boyfriend well before I knew her. Gave him a hug, and he was like joking and kikiing with me, and we were just laughing. And it was just like I had just seen it, hadn't seen him in a minute. And Sade was like, D is mad. Like, she thinks you like her boyfriend. I was like, well, let's clear this up because that nigga's broke, first of all. So I don't like him. And I went and told her, I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. I know I can be flirty. I'm all about, like, let's be appropriate. And if, point it out and say that, because sometimes people don't realize they're being inappropriate, which doesn't make sense, but sometimes people really don't see it. But there is inappropriateness when it comes to, like, somebody else's nigga. And sometimes you need to check yourself or you're going to get checked.
I agree. Now, let me tell y'all what happened one day. So I was out with some friends of mine, and it was just me and them two. They're married. So we go, we're having drinks, hanging out or whatever. They invite some friends. So we had already been there, and we had already been drinking for like a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just talking about different stuff and everything. And I kind of got the feeling that the other friends thought maybe I was getting too comfortable with them. Because, like, we're talking, we did all have inside jokes, but it was like all three of us. But it was just because we had done something before that, not sex.
You, the friend, and her boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, her husband, but yes.
Do you be fucking both of them?
No, we wasn't fucking. We was just hanging out, okay?
But had you fucked then?
That's not important.
Okay,
You're
all right.
asking details that don't matter. You're going
Okay.
to get me sidetracked.
Okay.
Okay, so we were hanging out. So then the other friends come. At some point, I like went to the bathroom or something, and the other girl was like, so how you know them? And I was just like,
First, now that's out of line too. I feel like,
but I
first of
feel
all-
like she was just probably trying to be a protective friend, maybe. So I didn't get too upset about it, but it was funny because I don't know her. I didn't know the other people, and they probably didn't know who I was. And just like, who is this bitch that's hanging out with us, and why is she here? This is not a part of the friend group.
Yeah, they're like,
And then the other husband had asked the same thing, and I was like, these have just been my friends for years. I know I don't hang out with y'all because I'm always a single bitch. So. And a lot people, like, people
Did you
be having
tell
their
your
couples
friends, your couple friends that had happened, and were they like, oh my god?
I told her later, and then the guy did it at the table in front of everybody. It wasn't rude. He was just like, so, what's your name again? How you know them? And I'm like, why is everybody questioning why I knew? Is that weird or something? Like, I've already been introduced. I don't know, but I was like, maybe I was doing too much, but I didn't think I was.
Were you drinking?
I was, but I was quiet.
Okay.
For the most part, unless people were talking to me, I was people watching. It was a lot going on in that place, and I was enjoying myself.
Where was y'all at?
We were at what is the name of that place? I can't think of the name right now. If it comes to me, I'll tell you. But it was a cute little like cocktail place.
Yeah, I've been told that I was being too flirty with somebody's man, but I also was on Temptation Island, and I'm taking niggas all day, so you should be worried if I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But you know, that one time someone told me she's flirting with my boy, and I was like, I looked at the situation. I was like, I was flirting with it. It wasn't a situation where
I
they
don't
were.
even be flirting.
But
most
it's
of the time, you
when
know?
I flirt, it's not even like I'm doing it because I like you. I
you
think,
just like to flirt.
and I think I'm just friendly, and some people just look at it like, oh, she's flirting. Even some niggas, but she likes me. No, nigga, I don't. This is just my personality. Like, let's be clear. If I like you, I'm kissing you.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll let
Call
that be
me
clear.
the lip bandit.
What is in this drink? Medina is on a roll today. You have to come back every week, Country Cast. Every time we record.
Okay, so I bought a nigga some flowers.
Why? Not that that's wrong, but why?
I almost choked. Because, okay, here's what's been happening.
Flowers?
The conversation, you know, amongst men has been going on about them not feeling appreciated. And I felt bad. And I want whoever is entering into my vagina or licking around it or putting their thumb in my booty hole or spitting in my mouth, you know, whatever you're doing. Like, I do want you to know that I care. And I really think that this is the whole 6-page Google Doc that has been bothering me. I had to talk about it with my therapist. She was like, bitch, you're really bothered by this.
Overcompensating, maybe.
Yeah. And so what happened was there's this guy that I met. First of all, did you see that video where the girl was going on the first date? This went viral. She was going on a first date and she got the guy a present. Everybody was like, bitch, you crazy. You stupid. Why you getting that niggas? Like, people were really upset. She got him this cute little cigar set.
Didn't even show up my timeline.
Wrapped it, went to her mom's house. And her mom was like, ooh, add this. And this was the very first date. You said it showing your timeline. I just
Did
heard
it. The algorithm is working. Go ahead.
So,
Okay, so a cigar case, you said?
she got him a cigar set.
A set.
It was a nice gift. She had never met him. She met him on an app. They were going on the first date. And she was like, I want to bring him a gift to just leave a good impression. Because first impressions matter.
Gonna leave an impression.
It was very sweet. And so I was channeling my inner her. Like, I had gone on a date with this guy already. He's very new, so he might be gone next week, but he's here right now. And
that's all that matters is today.
he told me he had a bad day. And I was heading over to his house for a dick appointment. And I said, you know what, let me stop and grab him some flowers. Like, just so he knows that you told me that you had a bad day. I did hear it. I processed it. And I want you to have a better day. Like, not just from my vagina. You feel me? So I got the flowers.
What kind of flowers you get?
I got yellow roses. Because, you know,
Okay.
people say yellow brightens up. You should have yellow in your living space. It brightens up your day. Makes it represents happiness or friendship or whatever. Even though I'm not trying to be a nigga friend.
Obviously.
But, so I pulled up and I got out and I put the flowers behind my back and he opened the door and we started kissing. And she was about to fuck right there, but I was going to drop the vase. And I was like, hold on. I was like, I got you something. And I gave it to him. And the way that his face lit up, again, you would have thought that I bought that nigga a Gucci belt. He was like,
Gucci belt.
You remember how badly I wanted a Gucci belt?
Oh, I can never forget. I can
I was
never.
like, I didn't want a nigga to to buy me a Gucci belt. So I bought him a Gucci belt. No, I'm playing. I got him the flowers, and the look on his face, it almost made, I feel like I cracked a code, bro. It's like all this conversation around who's doing what, who's paying for what. When niggas really just don't even, you could do the slightest thing, like get them some flowers. They were $14. He was so happy. Like the joy in his face. I felt like I was giving back to the community. It made me happy. And I was just like, he was like, you don't understand. This means so much. Like, you're so thoughtful. And I was like, I'm not. I just saw this on Instagram and I wanted to see like where this would get me. Like how far will this get? No, I'm just playing. I really want to do it because I wanted him to have a better day. But I enjoyed seeing him so happy.
That's sweet. That's really sweet. Yeah.
I wish y'all could have seen this. It's like Kiki's looking at me like, blink twice. Are you in the sunken place? Get out, bitch.
How drunk are you? No, I mean, all jokes aside, I don't see anything wrong with getting a guy a small gift to show some appreciation or that you care. I think it's sweet and thoughtful. I just don't know that I would pick flowers. But then it's like, what would I pick?
That's what I said. But then I was like, flowers are good to have in your home. And a lot of people don't have them unless someone gives them to them.
I'm glad you bought the vase because he probably didn't have
one. And because I was just going to get some little, what are they called? Cordials?
Oh.
Cardinals. What are those little fake?
Carnations?
Carnations. I was going to get some carnations. I was like, this shit is tacky. I'm not getting no carnations.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
Yeah, so I went ahead and got the roses with the vase. And I enjoyed seeing how happy because he's a stranger, essentially, to me. I don't really know him like that. But one thing I do know is, like, I left a really good impression on him. So no matter how we end, I'll always be the bitch that brought him flowers.
You probably will forever and ever and always.
Then he bent me over the couch and like sprayed my ass cheeks open and was like fucking me from. It was nice.
Sounds like a good time. My kind of
it was
Friday
a really
night.
Good time. He had the hooks ready. I said, well, I wish Kiki was here. That nigga got the hookahs ready on. I was like,
that's the kind of man I like. I want to walk in the house.
It looked like a lounge. She had blue lights. I was like,
yes. Well, I don't need the blue lights, but I mean, if you got them, that's cool too. I prefer red because it gives boom boom room. It's about to be a sex dungeon like my living room used to be. But I like it when I walk in. You got my tequila shaking it up with the ginger ale. It's about to be ready for me. You got my hookah ready. If I need to eat, if we didn't eat already, I love it.
Yeah, he was like, you hungry? I wasn't hungry. I was like, for that dick. I'm like thinking. A little freak for him. I feel like I'm tapping back into my extreme freaky side for the live show so that I have content to spill and spew.
Girl, I'm trying because I did make a cocktail, but I feel like I don't know how many more I'm going to get. So don't be mad. I got to save it for the live show because I did something embarrassing. I wrote it in my notes. I told you what I did.
You did?
When I was the humming.
Oh, you did.
Y'all.
And you thought it was, I'm not even going to tell.
I don't know what was going through my head, but I did something so embarrassing. And then I was like, am I going to save it for the live show? Because what if that nigga's there?
Just change it a little bit.
That's going to be embarrassing again.
It's okay.
I don't know. I got to sleep on it, but I'm going to try and make some more cocktails for y'all.
But don't forget, we are planning a trip to the sex club.
What? Oh, yeah.
We're doing a planned content night out so that we have a fun sex story to tell at the live show.
Yeah, and I had to also be clear, like, I'm not fucking you. If you want to fuck her, like, ask her if that's okay.
Your friend?
Yeah.
I might be fucking that nigga.
You might. He does have a big dick.
He does?
But I'm not fucking him, and I haven't. I just think it'd be better that way. We just stay friends for real, you know? But he said he'll take us because he goes often, and he was like, well, we could go to Trapeze. We could go to the Loft. And it was some other place he said we could go.
I want to do Trapeze because remember how I used to always be nervous to run into people that we know, but now I kind of want to.
Why?
I don't know. I want to get my makeup done, my hair done. I'm walking in that bitch like Beyonce, bitch.
Well, yeah, but why you want to run into somebody you know is there somebody you think?
I really am just thinking of the best content for the live show. That's really all. Because that's just a great twist to the story. And then I looked to the side and my old coworker was there. I'm like, hey, bitch. Like,
one of my aunt's friends be going, and I don't want to run into her.
I hope we don't run into auntie friends. That might be weird.
Yeah, that would definitely be weird. But whatever. She'd probably just laugh about it. She's not old.
You put on here, has a man ever successfully escaped the friend zone with you? That is very rare. If you can escape the friend zone, you got magic powers, superpowers, bro. Because that friend zone, I mean, you locked and tied in that bitch.
Okay, so I would say the only time that somebody left the friend zone is because I didn't put them there.
Oh, they put themselves there.
Well, we were just friends, but I was like, when is he gonna leave? Because I left the door open. I was just waiting. When is this gonna happen? I'm asking people like, what's up with your friend? You know? So yeah, he was successful in not staying in the friend zone, but no one else has. And I think the hardest part about it, in my experience, has been that when you are friends with somebody and one of you wants to leave, it's hard for the other person to see you in a different light, especially when you don't really do nothing different. Like maybe you hang out a lot, or you just talk a lot, or you just have certain things that y'all always do together, and you still want to do that because you enjoy doing it with that person. But then it's like, well, bitch, I'm just still seeing friend. So I was wondering if it happened for you before.
No, you know, it's really funny because this almost recently happened, and it was almost like the little Medina in my head was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Because it's almost like with me and my guy friends, they show so much of their ass that it's like, I don't know if I can ever let you date me, because it's like you've already shown how cheap you are, how selfish you are, how much of like you sound inconsiderate. You get that real side of them, and it's like, this is who you are. And it's like you would think that's like, I want to know who you are. I don't like not all that, because we can't get no further. So it's like, while I might have like a fine friend or two that I might be attracted to, it's always like, the whole relationship's gonna end if I try to date you, because I don't like how you deal with women that you like, and I see it. So it's like,
and it's not like I think I'm gonna be exempt from that treatment.
Exactly. If not, I'm gonna get the worst part of it, because now I'm also like your homegirl. So you're gonna be like, well, you should understand. Like you already
knew who I was.
Yeah,
you knew what it was.
You already knew it. Like, get with it. So the friends that I have that are really friend guys, even if we flirt and sometimes, you know, play with that very thin line and get close to it, there's that little girl, Medina, in my head. She's like, bitch, get the fuck up, put your drawers back on. This is just your friend. And then, you know, we don't go any further. Friend zone. Like, that is it. When you're in that zone, I feel like you need to stay there, because it's going to ruin the whole, like I said, the whole friendship. Now you're just sad and you're like, I lost my friend.
Yeah, I mean, that is how it goes most of the time.
That's how it goes most of the time.
Would you date a relative of somebody you casually had sex with?
Wait, say it again?
Would you date a relative of someone you casually had sex with?
A relative
of theirs,
of someone.
Not your relative.
So if it was your relative.
No, we never had casual sex together.
Okay.
To be clear.
Okay, so I had casual sex with someone, and then I meet his relative.
You had sex with Lil Chris Brown.
Okay.
And then Lil Chris Brown's cousin looked like Big Chris Brown.
Ooh.
Would you proceed and you meet him out? I mean, you don't meet them together. You just happen to see them on Instagram together, and it's like, oh my.
But I know they're cousins.
You didn't. Well, you find out before you fuck him. You just see it on Instagram. It's like, oh, my cousin's in town. It's like, damn, I just met this nigga and he's fine as fuck. I didn't know y'all was cousins. Like, real cousins or play cousins? But I mean real cousins.
Short answer, yes. Yes, because because it also depends on the person. Little Chris Brown, he don't really matter. Like he's just, I hate to say it like that, but like everybody has like those throwaway people in their life where you're like, you fall back on them when you're really drunk, or you're bored, or you're sad.
Just in a low place.
Yeah, you're just in a low place. That nigga is reckless. I remember when I thought I was pregnant by him and I was going to jump off of my patio. Like,
you could just do other things.
I mean, yeah, but it was too far.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. But I wasn't pregnant. So I would definitely fuck one of his cousins, especially if it was a big Chris Brown. I'm fucking that nigga. And I don't even think little Chris Brown don't have to know. Why the fuck you gonna go tell your cousin that we fuck?
You don't have to tell him.
That's what I'm saying. The cousin better not tell. I'll be like, bro. And I sound so trifling right now, and I hope I'm never in this situation. But like, I would, if that specific scenario you just gave, I'm fucking him, and I am sending him on his way, and I can't wait till we're all in the elevator together. I'm like, what's your name?
Because sometimes you see a man. I was at this place called 5115. It's inside of Saks in Houston at the Galleria. We saw this guy. He was cute. He came up to us. He was obviously young. And maybe I'm just looking old and it's time to refresh the Botox, because he came up to me and my girls and was like inviting us to a show of his that night. And
he's a rapper?
Yeah, but he really just needs to focus on his modeling because he's fine as fuck. But he was there. It was his sister's birthday dinner. So he was like, yeah, you know, what are you... Something about us being nice looking older ladies.
Excuse me?
So we were all like, are we that old? He was like, I mean, y'all don't look old, but y'all are obviously older than me.
How old is he?
23. You right. But still, like,
You don't gotta say it.
we're not old enough to be calling us older ladies. That's for 50 plus.
Yeah.
Not us.
I mean, that's like for 43.
Okay, well.
It's for if you look old, for real.
So anyway, he said that. So we were all talking about it, right? This nigga goes to the bathroom. He comes back with his daddy. His daddy was fine as fuck. I
want
haven't
the
seen
daddy.
a man
I
looking
want
like
your
that.
daddy.
The diamonds were dancing. He was looking good. I could tell he works out. He had a bald head.
Was he single?
No, his wife was there. So we all felt like we needed to calm down because some of them looked pretty hood. And it was just like,
And
just
the hood
turn
bitch will
around.
punch you in your throat in sacks and go to jail for that nigga.
But that man was so beautiful. I just keep thinking about him. And he had like bluish gray eyes. They were really pretty. And again, lots of diamonds. I just keep picturing diamonds. Diamonds on my neck. Diamonds on my wrist. Diamonds on my watch.
Is that a song?
Beyonce.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, but he just looked good. I wish I knew his name. I'm going to show you the one.
Would
when
you,
I finish.
let's say you casually had sex with somebody and then you met their daddy and the daddy was fine and he was hollering at you. Would you fuck his daddy? I'm fucking
If
your
that was
daddy.
him,
And I wish you did me dirty. I'd be like, nigga, that's why I'm fucking your daddy. Nigga.
Well, I ain't going to say none of that. I'm just going to fuck up. In peace and mind my business.
I want to fuck somebody's daddy. Bring your daddy to the live show if he is fine. I don't want no belly hanging daddy who's losing his hair. Bring your fine daddy.
I don't mind a bald daddy.
I don't mind a bald daddy, but it has to be a certain type of bald daddy.
I mean, like smooth bald, you shaved it, and your head is shaped right.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like
a cone
crusty.
head.
It's not like I just want a good looking daddy. So if your daddy look good and you want him to have a woman, bring him to the live show and I will be his woman.
Oh, okay. None of your boos coming to the show?
They
'Cause
coming,
you really just...
but oh well, I'm at work.
This girl is crazy. Okay, speaking of crazy, if you watch Euphoria, skip ahead like a minute. If you're not caught up. Are you caught up?
Bitch, no, but just tell me. I'm gonna forget.
So you will. So there's a situation where Cassie is fucking Nate, right? And she's on top of him. And she's just telling him like all of the things in her life that he can control. And it started making me like itch. I was just like, ew. So I wanted to know how much you would let a man control. Because she was like, you can first it was like fun. Like, you can tell me how you want to fuck me and stuff like that. Like, that part's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then she was like, you can tell me what to wear. You can tell me who I can and can't talk to. You can tell me what to do every day. And it's like, hold on, bitch. Now we creeping into my time, not our time.
Mm-hmm.
Why can he do all of that? You are 17 years old. Relax.
It's so funny that you put this on here because I just had this conversation with someone and everyone, including my mother, was really shocked by my response. I actually will let someone that I really trust and care about control a lot of my life. I prefer it that way. Like, down to
Why?
like, I don't know. I talked about this in therapy. I was like, is this a flaw? Is there something wrong with me? But she said, no, I enjoy, now, not everything. You're not telling me what to wear, but I don't mind it. If it looks good and you have sent it to my house.
Not in a like, I bought this outfit for you. I want you to wear it. It's like, I can see your nipples in that shirt. Don't wear that shit.
Oh no, we're not doing.
Like,
now
I
the
don't- I
flip
think it's
side of
nice.
it is, I got you this and you're wearing it. I wouldn't mind that, even that lingo. Like, that would make my pussy wet. Also, like, this is really weird, and everyone always thinks it's weird when I say it. When I eat with Lieutenant Bay, he picks what I'm gonna eat, and I love it.
Oh yeah, you asked me about that crazy ass
It makes
shit.
my pussy wet. Now he knows the things that to steer clear of, but sometimes he'll just be like, "This is what you're eating," and he'll just like either order it or he'll be like, "Hey, I sent you food to your house," and I'll be like, "You don't even know what I want." He was like, "I do know what you want." And I'll be like, and it's always right. Now, if you don't normally pick right, there's like, if you do it and it's wrong, then I am like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? I don't even eat pork. You can send me a pork chop, a smothered pork chop. Nigga, I don't eat pork. But if you do it right and you always make the good decisions, I really am good with it. But now what you're not doing is like, take that shit off. You can't. I like it on the other spectrum where you do it right. I don't even mind him telling me how I'm getting my hair. If he was like, for the live show, this is what you're going to wear, and this is how your hair is going to be, and this is who's going to do your makeup, I'd be like, all right, baby.
You know what? It's just amazing how different people can be. Because it's one thing if for me, it's about your word choice. This would look nice on you.
Oh, this watermelon is pure tequila.
Put it down. Put it down.
I mean, that is tequila.
He said it was soaked, and I mean, that's how it goes.
Thought he was playing.
He did
but
not
so
come to play with us.
I'm taking that you don't like when a man has any control, really.
Well, No, I'm not saying that, but I don't want a man to be thinking that he can come into my life and control me. It's one thing to do nice things, do thoughtful things that you think that I will appreciate. And I do want, if I'm dating someone, I do like when the man is taking the lead and taking charge. And you can make some decisions, but to make just like everyday decisions over my life, like that's not how this works.
Yeah.
If for example, I was talking to somebody else about this, like clothes, the attire, the things that you wear. If he is bothered by some things that you wear, like we talked to Brie about this with her Instagram posts and stuff. If you have a concern or you feel like I'm doing something that you don't like, you can bring it up. But the whole, you can't wear that.
Yeah,
Don't say that.
No,
to
you
me.
can't. Now that's not what we're
like
doing.
that's not cool. But some people are okay with that. They just want them to tell them, and it's just like, okay, daddy, and like I got a daddy, so
Yeah, no.
and he can't do that either.
Now
Yeah,
this-
I don't like too much control, and I think that there's a fine line between being dominant and being controlling.
It's really interesting because I wonder if
like
like
it.
our differences have to do with like the ranking in our sibling order. I think I told you this a while ago. There's a book. It's called I gotta remember the name of the book. I'll send it to you. My sister read it, and as she would read it, she would call me and go over some of the chapters with me. And it's about how whatever you rank in your sibling order, it can have an effect on just like your character and how you are as a person. And the oldest sibling is normally like dominant. They're like, no, actually we're not doing that. We're doing this because that was like your role in the household with your siblings. And the youngest, the middle child is normally like, I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. I don't care what nobody says. Like I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I don't
That's
care if
definitely my
this is just
sister
what the fuck I'm
Mallory.
doing. And that's my brother. My brother be like, if I said I'm not coming for Christmas, I'm not coming for Christmas. I don't care if your feelings are hurt. I'm not coming in. I'm doing what I want to do. And the youngest is normally like, it's always just like, just go with your sister. Do what your sister does. Get your sister some food too. And it's like you're just used to being told
Other
like
people telling you.
this is what you're gonna do. And so a lot of my life it's always been like, not that now don't get it twisted. It's not like I don't know how to make a decision, but I am more comfortable when it's like, even sometimes with our work dynamic, I'm like, you'll be like, okay, this is what's going on. I'm like, what do you need me to do? I'm more like, I work better like that. It's like, okay, so I don't do anything wrong. So it's like, I like that. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it is. I think that I'm very dominant. But it's funny because I am that way on pretty much an everyday basis. But when I'm dating somebody, like that whole, what are we going to eat? I'm not trying to decide that. Where are we going tonight? No, you can tell me, hey, meet me here or I'm coming to pick you up and this is where we're going. Throw a little, is that cool? At the end, just, to soften it up because I'm going to be like, hold on now. Well, I'll probably come if I like you. Also, if I like you, you pretty much say anything and everything I said before don't matter.
Shit, this bitch gonna be grinning from ear to ear.
I'm just sitting there like this. Okay. I'm so goofy and I hate when I do that shit.
Yeah.
I just can't stop. Like, I'm supposed to be a real ass bitch. What's going on?
Now I
Sitting
can't
over
wait to
here
see
being
that
pussy.
episode of Euphoria. I haven't seen it yet, but now I'm excited to see it.
Euphoria is so fucking good. And the play that
I
Lexi
can't
has
wait
been
to
working on
see
is
it.
so good. I mean, it ends next week, so it's time.
Okay.
You've been talking about you trying to let it stack up. Please hurry.
I will. I'll hurry.
We need to do a whole Euphoria episode, really.
We do.
Okay, on that note, we're running out of time, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we will answer some advice and share some cocktails.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane. And let me tell you about this new spot. It's called Sheba Restaurant and Lounge. The Africans are there. I would say go there on a date, but you might want to go there with your girls, or you might want to go there with someone you just plan on fucking. You know what I mean? It's a great atmosphere, great time. You're going to get drunk. And they have hookah. Here's the address. 1594 Woodcliff Drive, Northeast Atlanta, Georgia, 30329.
We are back from Indecisive Diane, and it is time for the advice. Please send us your questions to askcocktails@gmail.com, and maybe we'll read it on the show. Okay, this one says, not sure what to do. Let me take a sip of my drink. This drink is good.
It is. It's very tasty, very watermelony.
It is. It tastes like summertime. Okay. I was hoping this would be a cocktail, but turned into advice instead. I met this guy online back in my hometown during the holidays. I was able to stay and work from home longer due to COVID, so we were able to meet up a few more times and hang out. This guy is so handsome and sexy. My mouth is so watery right now, and I know it's that damn tincture.
Watermelon. Oh.
I am struggling. Let me hurry up and get through this. Okay. I'm just like, I could suck a dick right now. Okay. I was able to stay and work from home longer due to COVID, so we were able to meet up a few more times and hang out. This guy is so handsome and sexy. He holds great conversation in person and over the phone. He's tall, fit, nice smile, affectionate. He just seems like he's genuine in wanting to get to know me and not just wanting to fuck, even though the sexual energy between us was definitely there. I don't know how y'all make it through this sexual energy shit and not fuck, but I guess I'm just easy.
I really don't either. Because remember when I text you, I was like, bitch, this nigga got my pussy hopping. You talking about some hop on the dick.
I sure did. Like, what are we waiting for? You talking about, oh, no, I can't do it. And she still did it.
I did.
So, okay, my only possible red flag with him so far is that he's been married and divorced twice, and we're both in our early 30s. Okay, well, he's single now, but whatever. We talked about it, and he said he has no problem with commitment. He wants to be married, but the marriage just didn't work out for different reasons. One of them cheated on him. Ooh, Lord. I hate getting with a man after him being cheated on. They just don't handle it well.
They
And it's
be
just
acting like the
oh
world's
my
over. We're like,
gosh.
we've been dealing with this shit since kindergarten.
Okay, like,
Get over it, bro.
please. She fucked somebody else. Oh, well. Okay, but anyways, before I left town, we decided to meet up again, dinner and a movie. And at the end of the night, we ended up in the parking lot talking, which ended up in his car kissing, touching, and almost fucking. I knew I was highly sexually attracted to this man, but it was the first kiss that threw me all the way off. Did you write this?
No.
No.
But I like car kissing.
I know you do. That's why I said that. He kisses hard and very rough. Meek Mill was playing in the background, so I asked him to put on some R&B music.
Like, excuse me, sir.
We started kissing again to that, and it was so much better, more soft and sensual. When we were kissing, he started
This nigga was
touching me.
Meek Mill kissing.
He was trying to have a ratchet good
All I
time,
know is murder.
sliding my panties to the side and playing with me, and that shit was rough. Like, he was rushing it and turned me all the way off. Ooh, I wasn't into it anymore. Fast forward, I tried to get on top to ride him, but the pussy was too dry, and no lube in sight. So he proceeded to give me head, and it felt like he was bobbing for apples.
In the core?
Damn. The head was rough as well. God damn. Seabiscuit, calm down. It was so bad and short. His excuse for that was it was dark and he couldn't find my clip. Okay. His everything was just bad at this point, and I was no longer into it. I gave him some head and told him I wanted to see him jerk off, and then that was it. I was ready to go. It was so disappointing because the other times we met, my pussy was so wet from our conversations. We talked about our encounter that night before I left him. He was telling me what he didn't like, which I'm always open to constructive criticism, but I felt like it was bullshit. LOL, I felt like he just needed to say something about me because he saw I wasn't into it and he knew what was coming. Me telling him what I didn't like, which was how rough he was. His explanation was that he doesn't know his own strength sometimes, but after a few times of having sex, he will get used to my body. Does that make sense? I mean, even the way he was touching my body was so rough. I really do like this guy. I want to continue talking to him. And I know we weren't in the best place to have sex, in the car. So that added to how uncomfortable it was.
I mean, why did y'all stay in? Why couldn't y'all drive to somebody's place, residence?
I don't know. Do you think this is worth a second try? Have y'all ever had an experience like this? Thanks, ladies.
I think y'all need to get in a bed. Like, I really, at my big age, I'm not fucking in cars no more. Like, if we start getting hot and heavy in the car, cool. But like,
yeah, because I don't know.
the
I'll suck your
question
dick on the way home.
is gonna be like, okay, where are we? Like, I'm not doing no car sex, but I also think that like, with a situation like this where it's just a rough ass nigga, like he's sitting there thinking like Meek Mill is sensual and kissing you just Meek Mill. Like,
I don't think that's gonna change.
I don't think it's gonna change unless you change it. And I've dealt with rough niggas like that where it's like you literally have to. It's almost like Khaleesi when she was with Drogo. And he was initially like raping her in the beginning.
He was fine as fuck.
He was fine as fuck. And he was just like, just like she was crying. It was definitely rape, but she was like, I gotta learn how to deal with this nigga. And even though it was uncomfortable, she had to like get on top of him and like push him down and be like, no, I'm gonna show you how sex is supposed to happen. And there's like this rough stage that you have to have with niggas like that where it's like, because he's gonna think that he knows. He doesn't know. Half these niggas don't know. You're gonna have to man up, bro. Put your big girl panties on, climb on top of that nigga, put him down, even if you got to choke that nigga and be like, I'm about to show you how to fuck me. And you do the sensual. You do the lick on that nigga's nipples. Do some shit that he ain't never had done to him before so he can tap into the feminine side of sex that niggas need to tap into so they can stop being all rough, nigga. What the fuck you think this is?
Okay, well, I was
I'm
gonna
a
say,
flower.
I was just gonna say get another nigga.
I'm not a
'cause
turf.
I'm not teaching you.
I mean, so every now, if he fine enough and if I like you enough, I will try to teach you because I want it to be good. Like you were making my pussy wet. You done made it Zyrtec. Now you Zyrtec. You Zyrtec. Like you just gotta show. You have to show him. You can't. Sometimes women, I think, get really scared to show. To like, you got to be the leader. You got to start it off.
I just can't teach nobody nothing who was abusing my pussy like that. That is not okay. You are too grown. You have had 2 wives. We're not in high school. We're not in college. Like, and then all of these excuses about, oh, well, I was in the car. I couldn't find your clit. Whatever it was you were touching, if you could find my clit, you especially don't need to be that damn rough. Relax. Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Like, what's going on? I don't like it. But good luck. Let us know if you try to teach him or if you just find another man to actually give you a cocktail instead of a cockfail.
And if you don't figure out how to teach him and you still just need to bust one off, we need you to go to dameproducts.com, use code CockTales, and get a discount on some toys. They have partner toys. They have solo toys. They're waterproof. They are rechargeable. Those will never let you down. And also, it's like men that don't know what they're doing during sex. I always incorporate a toy. And some people may say that's not healthy. And I say, bitch, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm tired of people telling me to stop doing that. It feels really good.
And
like, you can have both.
Exactly. It's not wearing my clit down. It's making me come.
So anyway, yeah, use that code, dameproducts.com. Use code CockTales. You'll get 10% off. They also have a quiz if you're not quite sure which toy is going to be best for you. They also have lube and a couple of other really cool products on there for you to try out. They come in discreet packaging, so you don't have to worry about your man, your girl, your mama, your granny knowing what's coming to the house. It's going to be really cute, and it comes in a cute little travel bag, too, so you can pop it in your purse, your carry-on, your backpack,
I was
lunchbox.
using my Dame products while my
plane?
mom was here. I thought she was asleep. I crept in late, and I just needed a nut. And she walked in on me. I was so...
Were you under the covers?
I was under the covers, but it was still weird. She was like, why are your legs up? And I was like... And then I was trying to get the toy to turn off, but I couldn't find... And then the porn was like, ah! And I was like, oh my God. My mom was like, what'd you say? I was like... Bitch, I was so embarrassed. I'll tell it on Patreon. Let's move on to cocktails.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cover. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. One to double D, so it's nothing. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably see the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Okay. This one is titled, we just got a week of cock fails. Fine nigga, bad dick.
Damn.
Hey,
Double
ladies.
homicide.
I wanted to share my epic fail of a cocktail.
This is depressing.
I'll just jump right in. Please don't share my name or email. Bitch, we won't. This past weekend was my friend's birthday. He's currently in school out of state, but he had his party in our hometown. One of his friends from his current school flew in for the party as well. To give this some backstory, this is the second time he came here for a major event. At the last one, I peeped how fine he was and was told to shoot my shot. I was blackout drunk, so I don't even remember what happened. But I didn't leave with his number, so I took my L. Well, fast forward to this weekend, we pull up to my friend's section on Friday, and he's there. I literally avoided him all night because I was still embarrassed from our past interactions, but I started talking to one of the other guys there, and he was pretty cool. So the next night was the actual birthday party. Before the party, we went to brunch with a small group, and my friend, birthday boy, told me, "You got some eyes last night," but wouldn't tell me who. Well, at the party, the same dude from the night before started chopping it up with me. We ended up leaving to smoke for like an hour, and when we came back, the other dude all of a sudden wanted to talk to me. And I had it in my mind that I could have had them both. He was asking me where I was going after the party. Then he straight up told me I was playing both sides and I needed to pick. Oh, my pussy would have hopped. I told him I was talking to him, so it should be clear which side I was on, nigga. I added that part in there because I don't know if she white or black, but I added the nigga in. But I still gave the other dude my number because this is my world. They just living in it. Anyway, fast forward to the after party. I was supposed to go to the club with them, but that pre-hangover was on my ass, so I ended up telling him to just come to me afterwards. He was texting, talking about it's going to be worth it and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, It was not worth it. So, first, that's why you don't talk your shit like that. So, first of all, I appreciate him for jumping right into it. And he was a good kisser with a nice beard. So it was like, okay, I like where this is going. But then he pulled his dick out. And I knew I was finna be mad. It wasn't a micro penis, but it wasn't giving, but it was giving mixed nigga energy. Because it wasn't enough for me. I fucked him despite all of this, and here are all of his strikes, bitch. Number one, he spit on my coochie before he even touched it. Like, first of all, bitch, this is slip and slide. Don't disrespect me like that. Number two, he was a little thick, which I'm not mad because I need to stop fucking skinny niggas. But when I was trying to ride it, the thigh to dick ratio wasn't right. So I was exhausted. He moaning and shit while I couldn't barely even feel anything. 3, I sucked his dick and he shoved my head down. I don't like that shit. Like,
me either.
Because my gag reflex is too strong, but why did the whole dick fit in my mouth? And why did I almost throw up? I wanted to punch him in his face. 4, he put his entire thumb in my whole ass, which is fine, but just dry as fuck. Like, sir, I got lube in the closet. That shit hurted. 5, he kept asking if I liked it. Like, homeboy, I've been fake moaning for 15 minutes. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. 6, to make up for the lack of dick, he was railroading my shit. Everything hurts.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting about the dinner alarm. It's time to eat.
Everything hurts, and it's not in a good way. 7, he kept shoving his fingers in my mouth, and that was cute, but I had cotton mouth, so I was low-key choking, bro. 8, why, when he fell asleep, he started snoring, and it sounded like he was moaning, and why was his heart beating 8,000 miles per hour? Because he definitely didn't put in enough work for all of that. 9, last but not least, I am a super affectionate person. So when we finished, we cuddled and went to sleep. He wasn't really comfy to lay on, but in the middle of the night, I needed to roll over. Why, in all caps, did this big bear bitch put his whole heavy ass thigh on my back? Y'all, I wanted to die. After this experience, I just don't even know what to say. So much wasted potential, so many questions. We fucked again in the morning though. It wasn't any better. So I'm finna hit this other dude up I met this weekend. I don't share. Oh, don't share this part, but here's his picture. He's the one with the beard, and I'm in the front with the dread twist. She sent a picture.
Oh, I'm about to go back and look at it.
That
was a good cock fail. And I feel sorry for you. He was wrong for a lot of things. There were a lot of strikes. And I do not blame you for hitting up the friend.
And sometimes that's the risk you take when a nigga is really fine. Because in general, very good-looking people, they don't ever have to, they get pretty privilege. And niggas get fine nigga privilege, where it's like, no one has ever really told you, your dick is really whack.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't know how to fuck, because he just looked good. Just be here and be pretty. I don't even care, because she still fucked him in the morning. That nigga must have been fine. That's why I like ugly niggas. They gotta work for what they want.
Okay, well, we're out of time, you guys. So once again, I won't be sharing anything, but I'll have something for you guys on the next episode. We're gonna save these other cocktails for the next time we're in the studio. Thank you guys so much for listening, as always.
If you are interested in bartender services, make sure you hit up our guy, Country Crafts. His Instagram is @country with a K_crafts with a K19. Hit him up. He will pull up to your party, to your girls' night, to your sex club. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and make sure that you remember to go ahead and go to citywinery.com, click on Atlanta, and go to the cocktail show, and you can buy tickets for Thursday, May 12th. The doors open at 6:30. The tickets range from, I think, $35 to $65, and the meet and greet is an additional $40, so you will get the VIP meet and greet at checkout. You can purchase that, and then after the show, you get to hang out with us for a little bit, take pictures, and all that good stuff. Again, that's at citywinery.com. Then make sure that you're signed up for Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales, and follow us on Instagram. We are at CockTales Podcast. I'm Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. 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 Bye.